children, how are you all? Today I'm going to tell you the three fire stories, but in short, okay? Because right now we'll not tell you the full thing because right now we're too small, we wouldn't understand. But when you grow up, I'll explain you the full entire thing, okay? Let's start. Let's start with the first one. Let's remember the three fire stories as told in the previous video. First one, what did it mean? Can anybody do? Come on, think, put your thinking caps. Put that brain cell on. What was the first story? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, restarting. Yes, the first story was restarting. So now what happened in the restarting? One day, once upon a time, Krishna and his friends with his brother Balram had went to a forest. Okay, they were like, hunt, hunt, hunt. They see, explore. They were exploring very well, and Indra thought to put a fire. Okay, you must be thinking, why would Indra put a fire? So they were walking and they literally saw a fire. They got so nervous, they got so anxious, they got so worried. The fire was everywhere around them. Now Krishna did some magic and stopped it. There's another way where how Krishna stopped it. But he did some magic and stopped it out. And then he said, Indra, why did you do this? What was the reason you did this? Will you tell? He was gone and very angry. Then Indra told, listen Vishnuji, I was actually trying to clean the forest negativity. I didn't do it on purpose. Vishnu read his mind and then told, But remember, you know how to become God? I will tell you the secret. I, that means me, minus ego, that means full of myself, is equal to God, the divine. I minus ego is equal to God. Make this a formula like this, right? Like this is a formula now. E is equal to mc square. I'm not sure, but I've seen E is equal to mc and I don't know how square. Like that, make a formula in English. Make a formula like this. I minus ego is equal to God. Now I'll show it to you properly. Now see again. I minus ego is equal to God. Take it as maths. It's like maths, but just in English. A, X, Y plus Y, like this. Like these questions come in maths when you grow up, right? These kind of like that. Now you can cut this off. Now maths is not useful now. You can call this as English divine maths, okay? Call this as English divine maths. In every video now I'll start writing this. I minus ego is equal to God. Daily read this. Put it on your thing. I minus ego is equal to God. I minus ego is equal to God. Write it thousands of times. I minus ego is equal to God. I minus ego is equal to God. This is so important. Now write it in a proper handwriting. See, I've written one in cursive in this. You can read this daily. This will help you a lot in life. Daily read it and slowly you will only develop that habit. I minus ego is equal to God. I minus ego is equal to God. Do it at least for 1 year. You will become so good. Your ego will not be left. You'll slowly start adopting the habits without even you realizing. Daily do this. Example, if you have a goal which you want to achieve, and example, you want to be, suppose if you want to be a doctor, so what you can do, you can daily read it. Daily read it at least for 2 to 3 years. Keep on reading it. Then you'll get the courage. Do it like a doctor. IS officer. IS officer is very big now. And you want to be that IS officer of India. Now how can you do it? You have, and you even don't have the courage. You do not have the strength to do it. That means in your mind you do not have the way. Your mind thinks that you cannot do it. So daily read it. I will become IS officer. I will become IS officer. Daily read it. I will minus ego is equal to God. I will minus ego is equal to God. I will minus ego and is equal to God. I will minus ego is equal to God. Daily read this. So now you got an idea now. I minus ego is equal to God. Yet, like, now I'm writing this for the last time. I will minus ego is equal to God. Now remember this formula every day. Okay? This formula is compulsory. Now this is now this is I will be dream. What is your dream to be? Then you will get the courage. Just try this for 1 year. Just listen to my saying, you'll get it. Wait. I will okay, so I'm just writing this is your dream and I will be what? Okay, now I've explained you at least for 4 to 5 minutes. Hopefully you got my lesson. If you didn't get it, it's fine, just rewatch the video. But remember the 2 formulas. What are they? Tell it again, I can't hear it. Good. It is I minus ego is equal to God and I will be a dash. What you want to be? So what are these? These 2 things are very important. I minus ego is equal to God. Daily read this. If you want to be a doctor, doctor. If you want to be a something, whatever you want to be, just be that. See, whatever you can be, just do that. Write it on that same place. You will get it. Daily read it. If you want to be a president, write I will be a president. I will be a president. But even with I minus ego is equal to God. You first have to do that. After that, you start that. Now we are done of my formula. I'll write it in the description from now for today. Now effort. Now what can be effort? Will anybody tell me? Yes. The effort story is actually when Balram gets away from his Krishna and then a fire demon runs and it starts getting all the negative thoughts like what will happen, will I die, all of those, will I be able to do it, I'll lose and all of those. Suddenly the thought popped up, I can do it. I'm I'm Vishnuji's couch. I'm Vishnuji's seating. How can I not do it? And then he closed his eyes and he got so heavy that man that fired him and running and he fell down. And then he literally punched and kicked him and did all of that and he got finished. Now can anybody tell me what is the third story? Yes, the third story is when Krishna's disciples are meditating, like Krishna's and Gaonwalas, where he lived in Gokul and Vrindavan, right? So he lived in Dwaraka, and Dwaraka was Vrindavan, and in Vrindavan was Gokul, and Krishna lived in Gokul. Okay. So what is the process? Wait. See, these two, and with it, Dwaraka inside Vrindavan, inside Gokul. So Krishna lived in Gokul. He lived in Gokul. So he was living there. He was enjoying his time, and he was making everybody meditate. So while the time, suddenly from nowhere, fire popped up. He didn't get nervous. He told his disciples, calm down, close your eyes. They closed their eyes, but they didn't think like anything would happen, but they loved Krishna. So just for his happiness, they did it. And Krishna literally they transported him. He teleported them 10 miles away from that fire. And then he sucked that fire and ate it. So what do you think God is in this case? Any thing in God? Can you see? What can be in God? Can anybody tell me? At least there is one thing which God has done. Yes, has given us such a beautiful world in to live, right? So we should be always thankful that we have a world to live in. We have food to eat. And one thing I want to tell. Have you seen Sadhguru? Yes, he has started a soil thing, right? Where you save soil. Like that, we should also save soil. Because our body is soil and we eat soil. You know how? From plants grow from soil and we eat the plants. And we die and we become soil, right? So we should save soil. Okay? Hari Om children, hope you enjoyed. And what was the third story? Trust. Remember, I minus ego is equal to God. Krishna lived in Dwaraka into Vrindavan, and in Vrindavan was Gokul, and Krishna lived in Gokul. I will be dash, and last, save soil. Hari Om.